Yeah. The fanatic. Where we keep it 100, keep it real. That's the only way we know how to be. Talking that sports talk. You know what I'm saying? Straight out of South Carolina. Upstate, A64. Yeah. The FANATTIC. The fanatic where we keep it OG. We talking sports, so I call what.
Welcome into the Fanatic Sports Channel for sports fans by a sports fan. It's your boy Coach I, and you know I got the Stat Guy with me. What's going on, Stat Guy?
Going on, getting ready to talk a little USC Junior Notre Dame. Exciting times, rivalry week, baby.
Hey, listen, thanks to your Gamecocks, this game has a little bit more oomph on it this week. This is Southern Cal. I fully expect them tomorrow night on Tuesday, because we're recording this on Monday. I expect that they will move into that fifth slot, waiting for Michigan and Ohio State, the winner or loser of that game, as long as they can handle business in this game, upcoming game against Notre Dame. And then they already solidified a spot in the Pac-12 championship, and it looks like I think they're going to play Oregon. So, hey, man, listen, Riley's first year, they got everything to play for. And since we're talking Southern Cal and Notre Dame, man, I have to bring my guy on. We're talking about USCJ, man. What's going on, USCJ?
Man, what's going on, my man? Hey, I appreciate you guys having me on, man.
Hey, man, we appreciate you taking some time, man. How is it feeling now that them Gamecocks done knocked the balls out your way?
It feels wonderful, man. Hey, we had to shake all the haters off, man. We've been talking about this since day one. Is that this is going to happen?
You did, man. And hey, man, even if the craziest things happen this weekend and USC doesn't make it, man, Riley's put together a heck of a first year, man, especially considering what that USC defense looked like last year. You know, what's crazy is I told Stat Guy, nobody expected the defense to make the jumps that it made. You know, you guys are leading in turnovers in the nation, the turnover margin in the nation, and everybody knew that Riley was going to turn the offense around, but we didn't know that the defense was going to be able to get those turnovers like that.
Absolutely, man. And the crazy thing about it, some of the guys that we've already had, like a Kalen Bullock, Max Williams, Tuliopal, he's leading the country right now in sacks, I believe, with 18 sacks. Some of the guys that we've had already there are producing, man, which speaks more to development and than anything, man. That the guy that came in, he's now developing players. Alex Grinch, contrary to what a lot of people say, he's actually developing these guys and they're producing, man. So I think that speaks volumes right now.
That's right, man. Before we jump into this analysis, man, go ahead and tell the people where they can find you at, Jay.
Man, you guys can find me at USCJ on YouTube, USCJ, and then on Twitter and Instagram, it's going to be USCJ32 on both of those social media platforms.
Y'all make sure to check him out, man. He has great content, man. Former USC players that played in the golden age, early 2000s, John Walker and some others, man. So let's just quickly recap last weekend, man. Notre Dame. Who Notre Dame play, Jeff?
Navy? Was it Navy? No, Boston College.
Boston College. They hammered Boston. I was about to say they beat somebody bad. That's why it's almost like I couldn't remember.
44-0.
And then on the other side, man, listen, the best game of the day to me was definitely the Southern Cal UCLA game. When I tell you Caleb Williams and Dorian Thompson-Robinson put on a show all night long, even down to that last interception, man, I feel like both of those guys played their heart out, man. How was you reacting to that game, Jay?
Man, it was frustrating in the beginning because we had the very first couple of series. We had two series where we went down to the red zone, man, and we didn't score anything. So it was frustrating in the beginning, and then it became frustrating to crazy, then it became crazy to stressful, man. So it was more stress because, like you said, as you alluded to, it was back and forth, man. And you got two outstanding quarterbacks, man. That was absolutely hard to contain.
That's right, man. That's right. We're going to jump in this. So Notre Dame's offense versus USC. Stat Guy, give us some numbers on that Notre Dame offense, man.
Yeah, so you're talking about an offense averaging 31 points a game. They go for about 191 on the ground. They throw it for another 189. So not like a world-beating offense. They only average about 380 yards a game. And number-wise, it looks more like a 50-50 split, but they definitely run the ball about 65% of the time. They're definitely run heavy.
I think some of those passing numbers definitely, like you say, came early on when they had Tyler Buckner. If that was the quarterback name, but now they're like to their third string quarterback or something. So but they're real physical in the trenches, man. So Jay, man, what you thinking that USC? What you looking for that defense to do, man, to try to contain that run game of Notre Dame?
Man, I think if that's exactly what we have to do, contain the run game. And I think if we could just force the quarterback to throw, him being not that experienced, man, I think we can try to pursue it that way. And of course, you like I said, alluded to earlier, we got some sack guys, some guys on the line that's going to make some things happen. And one thing I could say, a lot of people don't like the 3-3-5 defense, but one thing I could say, it does confuse a lot of people, man. And you got a young quarterback like that, I think with the way our line shifts, man, I think it'll cause some problems, man. So I think we can focus on stopping the run and then cause a little bit of confusion with that quarterback trying to force him to throw, man. I think we can have some success.
Yeah, I think that 3-3-5. I think the biggest reason why people don't like it is because it leaves a lot of gaps. If your guys that front six isn't gap sound, then it could leave a lot of big gaps for the run game. And they got some huge running backs back there. We saw that against Clemson, man. Jeff, give us the USC defensive numbers, man.
Okay, so you're looking at defense. They give up 26 points a game. They do give up 147 a game on the ground. But the pass defense, they only give up about 257 or so. You're looking at a little over 400 yards a game that they give up. But, man, we've kind of hit on it. The matchup circled is going to be this run defense going up against that Notre Dame running offense. Can they get them off the field, and can they keep Notre Dame from putting together like those 12 to 15-play drives and just dominating the front?
Yeah, but sometimes your best defense is a good offense. And on the other side of that ball, man, we got Caleb Williams squarely in the Heisman conversation. Honestly, I personally think it should be between Caleb Williams and Max Duggins of TCU. I don't think Max Duggins is getting enough credit, but Caleb, listen, man, there was a throw. I called Jeff to tell him about it. Caleb Williams made a throw Saturday where he was running to the left. And he threw it like normally when you run to the left and you need to throw it, you're going to the left, you need to throw left, you got to put your hand back on.
Yeah.
It wasn't. He just had it here. And then he just, you could tell he threw it with all he had, and it, just by the defender into the arms of his receivers. I was like, these dudes is out here balling, man. So what are you looking like? It's like, who has to have a good game for y'all this Saturday against Notre Dame?
Man, I think everybody as a collective group, but of course, Caleb, I feel like Caleb is going to do what he got to do. But I think, as we've seen at the end of the game, the number one player recruit in the country, which is Corey Foreman, man, he kind of had somewhat of a mild season. But then the past couple games we've seen in Colorado, seeing him coming on, and then last game, he really just sealed the deal with that interception, man. So I want to see him really, him along with Thule, man, on the line. Thule, who's leading the nation right now. I think if Corey comes up, that could prove to be real big with him on one side and then Thule on another. I think that could really cause some major disruption, man. And as a result, we're gonna see some more turnovers, man. So Corey Foreman is gonna be my guy. To your question, who I think needs to come up big. Continue to come up big.
What about on the offensive side? Like you said, we know Caleb gonna have a good game, but who needs to be there with Caleb to help carry that offense?
Man, we know the receivers are consistent, man. We know the offensive line, according to PFF, they got us ranked number 1 in the country, some number 3 as far as the offensive line. So I think, as you alluded to, I think some of those big uglies, the interior players are a little bit bigger. And so I think the offensive line is going to have to come up big and really maintain, the line of scrimmage, man, and really be able to establish the run, man. Darwin Barlow, who came up big last week, Austin Jones, as far as running backs, came up big. I think those two guys right there, ground and pound, man, I think we can make it happen.
Okay, Stat Guy, give me the numbers on that Notre Dame defense, man.
And this is a Notre Dame defense that's gritty, right? You're talking about 20 points a game. They only give up 130 on the ground, and then only 186 passing yards given up a game. So they're only giving up 316 a game on the through total offense. And, a lot of that I do think, same as USC's offense being so prolific, forces teams into mistakes and allows them to create turnovers. Notre Dame, running the ball the way they do, allows their defense to be very shut down as well, because they're not on the field as much. They shoot clock.
So with that, that's what I was thinking. If Notre Dame is able to move the ball, Jay, you think Caleb kind of presses if he doesn't get as many opportunities on the field or not?
I don't think that's in his DNA, man. I don't think that's his character, man. Caleb, he just knows how to. If we got to slow it down, man. He understands every aspect of the field. So that's what I think makes Caleb Caleb. But you got to remember, Jack Charbonnet, who was one of the best running backs. I think UCLA have just as good of a running game. We held them to 95 yards when I think they were averaging like 157 yards or something like that. So I think if we can do it the same way, pursue them the same way, I think we can really make some things happen and continue to force the quarterback to make some things happen as it relates to the passing.
Yeah, I think you hit on it, man. Charbonnet coming in, man, I would have put him as one of the top rushers in the Pac-12, man, and you guys did corral him like a lot of people haven't been able to do. So now on to the predictions. Stat Guy, give us the over-under and the spread on this game, man.
So the over-under is going to be 62.5 points. This game will be played in the Coliseum at 7:30 at night. So I guess 4:30 local time, so it's not under the lights at all. But it's a 7:30 kickoff here on the East Coast, so good football for us. USC getting favored by 5.
USC favored by 5 and the over-under is 62. They're thinking y'all going to score some points. So give me your predictions and the key to the game, Jay.
Man, key to the game, once again, stop the run, because I know that's the strength, man. Notre Dame's going to try to run the ball. And I know that they're going to wait. I see what they did to Clemson. They jumped out 28-0. So I think we could establish a run as well. But I think get in front early, man. I think get in front by at least 14 to 21 zip and keep it moving from there, man. I think that's how we'll win. I don't think their DBs, matter of fact, I just read one of their DBs actually might be out, man, for the game, start DB. So I think if we go ahead and target that weak spot, man, I think we'll have success, man. So that's my key to the game, man. Blow them out the water through the pass, man. Attack those DBs and stop the run.
Okay, give me a score prediction.
42-21, USC.
Okay. I like something you said there. I think the key to the game is who can establish their style first. Like you said, if USC gets up 14-17 nothing, I don't think Notre Dame's built to come back. You know what I'm saying? But if Notre Dame can come out there and they can actually move the ball on the ground, and it's looking like those big uglies can push y'all around in that 3-5, it's going to be a long game. It's going to be a long game. USC is more built to come back from behind, but if Notre Dame can impose their will as far as that's concerned, then that's going to be the key to the game. I think this game at home, listen, man, I think Caleb's a player, man. I think he smelled that playoff a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So I think he's gonna come out and play good. I got USC 28-17. I think Notre Dame will be able to move the ball a little bit, but I think Caleb will still be able to put up some points. And at the end of the day, Notre Dame just won't have enough offense to keep up. What you got, Stat Guy?
Well, so first of all, USCJ, you're right. They did slow down UCLA's running game, but it's a completely different type of running game, right? UCLA tries to get everything to the outside. They do a lot of east and west. Notre Dame's just going to line up and run that thing down y'all's throat, and I hope that 3-3-5 is ready. The other thing is Caleb Williams, before the UCLA game, said it was just another football game, but his demeanor in the fourth quarter did not show that at all. And I do wonder if he's going to be on that roller coaster of an emotional high coming off that big win. But look, man, coming into the game, the Fighting Irish beat those stupid upstate Tigers earlier this year. And so for that, I got them rolling into the Coliseum. They're going to run the ball down y'all's throat. Give me Notre Dame 24-17, Fighting Irish.
Oh, hey, he got Notre Dame with the upset, Jay. What you think about that?
Hey, I'm gonna say this, man. I don't think a lot of people realize UCLA, man, through the transfer portal, man, the players that they had on that squad, and you couple that with the running back and a dual threat quarterback like DTR, man. That's one of the hardest people. that's one of the hardest things to Charbonnet DTR, and then you run the counter. You don't know if who's going to run it. They both. It's like having two running backs on the field, man. I just don't. I personally don't see Notre Dame being that threat like UCLA was, but that's kind of where I'm at with it, man. But I don't. I understand what Stat Guy is saying, but I don't see it.
I see, man. Hey, so Southern Cal fans, Notre Dame fans, there you have it, man. Get in those comments. Give us the keys to the game. Tell us how much you dislike each other. Because I see this one Twitter account, man. They keep counting on how long it's been since y'all Notre Dame since Southern Cal.
Oh man, I mean that's other. Hey, people don't. I mean, other than UCLA, man. I mean, Notre Dame is just as big as a rival, man. Than UCLA, man. It's right there, man. I mean, since what, like 1920, something crazy, man. But it's been going on every year, man. I'm connected with a guy on Instagram, man. He goes back and forth. He said they're gonna put 80 on us. He did a DTR on us, man. He did a DTR, man. But hey, you know what happened with that? I'm not speaking negative against nobody. You know what happened with that?
Yeah. So there it is, man. Y'all get in the comments, give us our score predictions before we get out of here. Jay, tell the people where they can find you again, man.
Well, okay, one more time. Look, USCJ32 on Instagram, USCJ32 on Twitter. If you go on YouTube, you'll see USCJ. I got a red shirt on, man. Hey, look, that red is for the blood of Jesus.
That's right.
Hey, fight on, man. Everybody fight me, man.
There it is, man. We appreciate you coming into the Fan Addict, man, to show us some love, talk Southern Cal, Notre Dame, man. For USCJ, the Stat Guy, Coach out, man. We out of here.
Peace.
We got it jumping like it's that valley. I call my dogs out the pound, let's go eat. Turn on the Fan Addict, let's have a debate. Who really hold down the Southeast from state to state? What team hungry gonna eat everything up off their plate?